And a very good morning from the Thorpe Park Resort. You're watching Adventure Planet, where today I'm back here for their 5th Oktoberfest event, which runs from now through until the 22nd of September. Features all those Bavarian beats, the Oompa bands, the food and drink, and all the shows and entertainment. They always do a fantastic job here at Thorpe Park with Oktoberfest. I cannot wait to get inside and experience it today. Oh, the sausage and the Spartan, I feel, is calling my name. I cannot wait. Of course, we're also going to be taking a look at those all-important queue times across the park today, as well as all the Fright Nights construction updates, of which some progression has been made. So yeah, we'll be checking all that out as well. Now, there are some closures coming up on some of the rides here as well. We'll go over those a little bit later on in this video if you are planning a trip down here to the resort in the near future. Yeah, if you're coming down to experience Oktoberfest for yourself, though, prices start in advance online from £29. It's £12 to park your car here, and park hours today 10 a.m. through until 6 o'clock. Let's head on in and get started. And there goes Hyperia then, the UK's tallest and fastest roller coaster, looking great here from the bridge. And talking of ride closures, Hyperia is going to be one of them. It is going to be closed from the 23rd to the 27th of September. So do bear that in mind if you are planning on coming to the park during that time. As she's just about to go into that crazy outward banked element there. Oh, looks absolutely awesome. Can't wait to get on that a little bit later on as we head over to the Dome. Yeah, we're going to be checking out all the park updates today. No Oktoberfest theming or entertainment at the entrance this morning, which was a little bit of a change. Usually they have something there at the park for this event. Yeah, a shame not to have seen that, even if it is just a couple of entertainers in their lederhosen. But yeah, let's head on into the Dome. And here we are in the Dome then, with Vibes Bar and Kitchen just in front of us there. Right next to that, of course, you have the Coffee Shack. Always love a good coffee at the end of the day. And the signage for Hyperia right in front of us here as well. And yeah, just off to the right, they've actually moved this now. You've still got the TV here, which is now showing the Paralympics. Of course, with Victory Plaza now all being kind of packed away, they've moved the showing into the Dome here. So they've got some deck chairs here. So if you do just want to relax and carry on watching some of the Olympics, you can still do so, even though Victory Plaza kind of doesn't exist anymore. Maybe they'll bring it back after Stitches has been removed. But for now, you can now find all that entertainment here in the Dome. And here we are at that absolutely awesome Thorpe Park skyline then. I really do love it in this position. I think it's fantastic. You've got depth charge there, the Swarm, Flying Fish, Tidal Wave going up its lift hill, Stealth, Detonator, Nemesis Inferno. Oh, you can see it all from here. Absolutely brilliant. Of course, we've got Lost City just off to the left, which we'll be heading over to shortly. But first of all, Amity Beach is one of the first closures that's going to be coming up here at the park. Of course, it is only a seasonal attraction, that. It's, yeah, it is still open at the moment, although you certainly wouldn't think it, would you? There's a couple of staff members there and a very bored-looking lifeguard. Unfortunately, it's really not the weather for it today. Hey, Swarm looking fantastic. Yeah, although we're not expecting any rain today, it's not very sunny, and it doesn't really feel like the weather for getting onto a beach, to be honest. But yeah, this will be closing from the 9th of September. Like I say, it is a seasonal attraction, so just a couple of days left for that one, and then that will be closed until summer of next year. Right, let's head on over to Lost City, check out the queue times for the flat rides over there, and then we'll be checking out the construction of Stitches. And just heading into the Lost City then, first ride off to the right is, of course, Quantum, with a current queue time of 20 minutes. Nice flying carpet attraction that, with Rush just behind it there, but I thought I'd head down towards Zodiac and Vortex here. Unfortunately, two rides that are currently down. Now, Zodiac has been going this morning, but that's now experiencing a little bit of downtime. Vortex, however, has not been open so far. It is marked on the app as opening later, so I'm not sure if this was just kind of a ride that was planned to be opening after 10 o'clock. Not really a big fan of that, if that is the case. But yeah, it looks like we've got some engineering teams there at the moment, so maybe it has been operating this morning and it has just gone down. I'm not too sure. But yeah, some various checks being done there on Vortex. So Vortex and Zodiac currently down. And then, of course, just here, we've got all the fences in place here for Fright Nights. Yeah, here we go, blocking off what will, of course, be Stitches. And, of course, you can see the tent just through there. We'll see if we can get a closer look of that around the other side shortly. But yeah, that is all fenced off. Yeah, it's a shame about Vortex. They usually always start the day with a ride on that. Absolutely fantastic KMG afterburner that. Really do enjoy it. And oh dear, the flat rides here in the Lost City area of Thorpe Park haven't got off to the best start today, with Rush now also experiencing downtime with people coming out of the queue line. Yeah, it's a shame. Hopefully they get these rides back in action soon. Not good. Quantum, good old reliable. But of course, while we're here, we can come over and check out the construction on Stitches. And here we go. Of course, Victory Plaza now all packed away. All the bars and the seating area and the TV, like I say, that's all been kind of moved into the dome area now. And we've now got the construction on Stitches. Yeah, I was curious as to whether Stitches was actually going to be in this area again this time, what with the Victory Plaza going into place. But of course, there it is. Howell's Toy Emporium. Yeah, looking a little bit bare in the windows and stuff now. Obviously, lots of construction still to take place. There is a bit of a creepy doll in a pram over there, though, at the back. Absolutely love this scare maze. It was, in my opinion, the best scare maze of last year, so it was always going to make a return. Back for its second year. Not expecting any real changes to have taken place on this one, but I'm looking forward to experiencing it again. It really was creepy. Gave a very kind of Five Nights at Freddy's vibe, for those that know what that is. But yeah, they've still got the grass in place here for the Victory Plaza. There we are, a little bit of a closer look. Howell's Toy Emporium. Oh, I can't wait. Absolutely loved that scare maze. It really was fantastic. Of course, you've got the Takataria here as well. That's all closed up for now. We're going to head on down this way. Let's see if there's any kind of changes that have gone in to prepare for the crows at Mawkin Meadow, which is obviously down towards this area. There goes Colossus. Good to see the coaster of Lost Cities actually in action. Yeah, a little bit of a bad start that for the flat rides there. I'm sure they won't be down for too long. But yeah, here we go. Wow, it's extremely quiet in this area. Now, of course, Crows at Mawkin Meadow was actually expanded last year, and it was absolutely fantastic. It's one of the best scare zones in the UK, in my opinion. It really, really is creepy. The atmosphere and the vibe and the crows themselves. Oh, yeah, it really, really is creepy. I love it. And yeah, that all takes place all in this area here. But as you can see, I wasn't expecting anything to have been in place for Crows as of yet. But looks like all the seating's been removed though. Did have some canopies around here and the benches, they've all gone. So I'm sure it won't be long before we start to see some things going into place here for Crows. Of course, it's not an area that they want to kind of close off too much before Fright Nights, because obviously this is kind of a cut-through area. So yeah, there we are, as we head on down to Fearless Valley and saw the ride. Now, is this going to be closed? Let's hope operations here today aren't going to be absolutely tragic. The saws aren't spinning, and it's very quiet around here. I don't think SAW is open today. I've got to be honest, I didn't check the app this morning, and no, SAW is closed. And ride availability really not the best here at Thorpe Park today, with all those rides down in the Lost City area, and also Saw the Ride is actually closed for the entirety of today, which is a shame. And the impact of that is really being felt across the park as well, with Samurai currently on a 35-minute wait, Colossus is on an 85-minute wait, and Hyperia is currently on 2 hours. Oh, there she goes. Through that crazy Outer Banks element and up into the stall. Beautiful. And Samurai looking good with its new color scheme for this season. The black and red, back to the original colors. And this is another ride that will be closing in the near future from the 7th to the 9th of October. This ride will be receiving its maintenance, so do bear that in mind again if you are coming down to the park during those times. Ah, it looks fantastic, doesn't it? And here we are then, making our way into Fearless Valley and the absolute beast that is Hyperia, the UK's tallest and fastest coaster. It still looks absolutely phenomenal, doesn't it? It's such an impressive structure every time I come here. It just blows me away. Still can't believe we've actually got this in the UK. It really is absolutely fantastic, and the signage is great as well. Nice and grand. Beautiful. Currently on a 110-minute wait, so it's 10 minutes shorter than it was 10 minutes ago. But that's still a long wait. Oh, look at it. It's great. The music here, absolutely phenomenal. You've got Fearless Fuel, you've got Cloud9 treats, the Hyperion here, of course, as well. And you've got your refresh and refill stations. What you don't have anymore, though, look at this, is the stage. It's completely gone. And yeah, it's not looking the best, is it really? It's, you know, for a brand new area that did look absolutely awesome, the fact that the stage has gone here now and has just kind of left all this dirt here doesn't look very good. I didn't actually notice before that the stage was built just on mud. I thought this flooring had kind of all been extended right out to the back of those fences, but apparently not. And now with the stage gone, it really doesn't look the best, which for a brand new area, yeah, I hope that gets looked at soon. I'm assuming that something else will be built here, possibly for Fright Nights. Of course, Hyperia is going to be giving those night rides. It's kind of got its own special event, if you like, which is going to be absolutely awesome. So maybe they're going to be building a brand new stage for that. But yeah, hopefully this gets sorted very soon, because yeah, it doesn't really look the best. Absolutely phenomenal coaster. My favorite in the UK. Have you managed to find your Fearless yet? Let me know in the comments, what were your thoughts on Hyperia? And in the Hyperium now, and I just thought I'd show you this new piece of merchandise that they've got here, these Hyperia hoodies. Yeah, these are really nice. Got the wings just inside here, Hyperia, nice and embroidered on the front and on the sleeve. They've got Find Your Fearless here, all nicely embroidered. Yeah, really do like that. I would have liked it to have been a zip hoodie. Unfortunately, it's not, you know, just to keep your valuables secure on the rides. But yeah, that is really nice. Nothing on the back. But yeah, really nice hoodie that. Love the embroidering, really, really nice. And that's £60. Just had an absolutely awesome third row ride on Hyperia. Still not had that front row yet. I do keep trying every time I come here, just really haven't been lucky enough. But what an absolutely brilliant ride. It's running absolutely beautifully today, and I'll tell you what, it is absolutely fantastic. It's such a great ride. The soundtrack just permeates all throughout Fearless Valley, which is amazing as well. That outward banked element still just completely blows my mind, and the stall still, in my opinion, is one of the best in the game, if not the best in the game. running really smooth today, absolutely phenomenal, and queued in the single rider line for just 1 hour, so shaved about an hour off of the regular queue, which is currently on 120 minutes again, so 2 hours. Absolutely phenomenal. Love this ride to pieces. By far and away the best UK coaster. I'll tell you what, the buzz just stays with you for what feels like hours when you get off of Hyperia. It really is great. Oh, as the noisy Colossus goes above us. Oh, currently down to a 40-minute wait now for that. I've made my way out of Fearless Valley now then and over to the old Black Mirror Labyrinth building just to see if we can see any kind of construction going on here. Can't actually see anything from here. We got a skip just there, a couple of fences going up. Can't really see much of the building itself. Now this is actually rumored to be Thorpe Park's new scare maze for this season, tentatively named Project Sophie, and it's supposed to be set in kind of a nightclub slash disco setting. So that sounds really interesting. It'd be good to see a new scare maze coming to Thorpe Park for this year. I'm hoping it's going to be kind of more on the intense side, but we'll have to wait and see for that one. Can't really see much, and it's all just rumors at the moment. Also, rumors were that the slammer was going to be getting removed. Unfortunately, that's definitely not going to be done in time for Fright Nights, that's for sure. Possibly over the close season. They might remove it in readiness for the 2025 season, but as you can see, it's all still here. Although this has been kind of cleared along here, you can see the ride, or what remains of it, a lot more clearer now. As you can see, yeah, the majority of it is still here, just kind of rotting away really, which is sad to see. But yeah, not much more can be seen for, like I say, tentatively named Project Sophie. Nothing on the boards. But we'll have to see if something is announced by the park soon on this one. But yeah, really looking forward to it. Should be an interesting one. And as you can see, lots of advertisements for Fright Nights here at Thorpe Park, horrors in the park and thrilling rides in the dark. Cannot wait. It's an absolutely brilliant event here. And another scare maze making its return for this year just through here is, of course, trailers. As you can see, the Super Spark Cinema is still in place, with some of those old posters on the front there. All the queue line still remains the same. Not a lot changed here at all, although I have heard that on the inside of this building, some changes have been getting made. So I'm hoping to see some updates for trailers this year, as it is one of the scare mazes that has kind of lost a bit of its punch over the last couple of years. Feels like it's outstayed its welcome, become a little bit stale. So yeah, really hoping that we are going to see some updates for this year. I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, like I say, I am hoping to see some changes. Music blaring out here though. As we make our way down to Nemesis Inferno to see if one of the mazes, or scare zones I should say, is going into place. Of course, that is Death's Doors. No official confirmation from the park yet, but I believe this is a scare zone that is not going to be making a return this year. And of course, I've mentioned that in previous vlogs at Thorpe Park, that although the concept was great, it didn't really work in terms of execution. It just got a little too busy. I like the idea of kind of knocking on the doors and the scare actors coming, but when it got busy, everyone was just kind of milling around in the same area, and the scare actors just came out in the end and was just sort of hanging around in the open area. It all basically takes place around here. Now with scare zones, obviously, you know, that construction doesn't tend to start until a little bit later, obviously in order to not kind of block any of this area off. But yeah, nothing for Death's Doors going into place, much the same as Crow's. But obviously with Death's Doors, this is not a scare zone I'm expecting to make a return. Love a bit of Nemesis Inferno. We'll see though, like I say, no official confirmation from the park so far, but Death's Doors, really not expecting that to make a return. I imagine that's going to be replaced with, of course, Project Sophie that we spoke about a little bit earlier. And I've made my way over to Nemesis Inferno then, currently with a 40-minute queue time. Not too bad at all for this absolutely awesome B&M invert, and here she comes. Opened at the park in 2003. 4 inversions on this one, speeds of 48 miles an hour, and those absolutely awesome interlocking corkscrews. Oh, absolutely love it. One of 2 Nemesis attractions in the UK, the other being, of course, Nemesis Reborn at Alton Towers. And while Inferno gets a lot of flack for being the weaker of the 2 rides, I still really enjoy it. I think it's great. I think it's a great layout. It's forceful in the right areas. And it looks the part here as well. Of course, when Nemesis Reborn was all kind of re-themed, yeah, of course, that absolutely kills it on the theming front. Not too much around Nemesis Inferno, but I still think it's a great ride. I'm going to make my way over to Amity Speedway now then, see if we can see anything going into place for Creature Campus. And as I make my way down to Amity Speedway then, it would be remiss of me to not come and see the Rumber Rapids, one of the park's earliest remaining rides. This opened back in 1987. And yeah, unfortunately it hasn't actually opened today. There's a little bit of a queue just at the entrance there with a staff member at the entrance basically saying they're hoping to get it open soon. They are testing it, of course, as you can see, but yeah, it's not actually open yet, and it's gone 1 o'clock in the afternoon now, so yeah, very late for this one. It is another one of those rides that's going to be closing very shortly, actually, along with Amity Beach. Closes on the 9th of September for the rest of the season. Now, I had heard that they were looking to give this a massive re-theme as well as the maintenance, or that it was going to be removed in its entirety. And while it's not the best rapids, it really is kind of more of a lazy river, really. These breakers here are probably the wettest that you're likely to get on the ride. I would miss it if it was removed entirely. What it needs is a nice re-theme, a good bit of maintenance, and to open up nice and fresh for the start of next season. I would miss it if it was gone. Like I say, it's been here for a long time now, 1987. Yeah, hopefully they get it open soon. Oh, there goes Stealth. Hey. But yeah, we'll see what happens with this one. And here we are at Amity Speedway then, with all the tunes blaring out again as well. I absolutely love this area. I think it's great. They've done a great job as part of Project Sparkle for this season, basically sprucing up this area and making it look all nice and fresh, including the updates on these signs here, of course, at the top for Stealth. 0 to 80 miles an hour in 1.8 seconds makes it the fastest launching coaster in the world. Hydraulic launch into this top hat here. It's an absolutely fantastic ride. Takes your breath away every single time. And currently a 40-minute wait. And here she comes. And of course, this is the area where you will also find Creature Campus for Fright Nights. An amazing show here. Oh, absolutely brilliant. Fantastic. Yeah, of course, they usually have all the bleachers set up here, and the show actually happens around this area. Again, this is one of those that I wasn't really expecting for it to have gone up yet. However, if you do look closely on the floor around here, you can see some kind of yellow markings that have been put into place just down here, and these little markings here as well, just around the area. You've also got some of these kind of yellow circles here. I don't think they were there before. I believe they've been put into place just to mark out where the bleachers are going to go for the show for Fright Nights a little bit later on. Yeah, it's a great show. Features the werewolves of Thorpe and the vampires of Amity High. Yeah, absolutely love this area. Fantastic. All the signage that was redone along here all look really, really nice. And what an absolutely amazing ride I have just had on Stealth then. Front row on Stealth. Yeah, get a front row on that, but of course it has a front row dedicated queue line. Waited just 40 minutes, advertised 40, but like I say, that was for a front row. Operations really, really good on there today. And you know what? It's an absolute belter of a ride, this. That launch, it feels like your skin and your skeleton is left at the station and the rest of you are shooting forward into that top hat. Oh, it's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. You know what, look, I say it every time, I really do hope that that hydraulic launch doesn't go anywhere anytime soon. Of course, hydraulic launches not known for their reliability. They are coming towards the end of their lives. We're seeing a lot of them worldwide being replaced now with the LSMs. If that was to happen to Stealth, it just wouldn't be the coaster that it is today, because the rest of the elements on this ride, they're really not that much anymore compared to today's standards. Obviously the top hat, just 205 feet, and the airtime hill as well, nothing really much to talk about. So if it lost the power of that launch, yeah, Stealth just wouldn't be the same. And it's a shame, because like I say, I do feel like the hydraulic launches are going to be going soon. I just hope that this has got several more years left in it yet. Absolutely phenomenal ride. And made my way back out of Amity Speedway then, and yeah, we're going to start looking at the Oktoberfest stuff right now, which for this year is all kind of confined to this area of the park around Ghost Train. Usually we've had bits of entertainment around the whole park. Not seen that today, no extra theming, and there's no little stage, which used to be over in what was Angry Birds Land. That's not there anymore. It basically all seems to be in this area of the park. So yeah, feels like it's been a little bit cut back this year, but here of course we've got the food vans, curly fries, fully loaded curly fries for £9.50, £6 just for the curly fries, £3 for a soft drink, but they also do currywurst here, with a currywurst sausage, schnitzel and fries there as well for £11. It smells delicious, I have to say. You got all the Oktoberfest bunting here, which is nice. And then we got your pretzels here, £6 for your sweet pretzels and your savoury, £3 for soft drinks. Love this wagon. Looks great. There they are all in there. All looks really nice. Yeah, love this setup. And then you got your fully loaded nachos in the cabin here again. All the bunting around here. Soft drinks £3. And it's £9 for your nachos here. As you can see in there. All your sour cream dips. And hey, what a classic we've got here, the Ben & Jerry's Peace, Love and Ice Cream van. Yeah, there you go. It's like being back at Chessington again. And that's all right in front of Ghost Train here. Yeah, you got all the seating around as well, but yeah, what's this? What's all these Christmas trees that are out here? Of course, Thorpe Park doesn't actually have a Christmas event, but they've got all these Christmas trees out here. Not quite sure what that's all about. It's all part of getting these ski lodges back, I think. I think these are great. These were here last year. I think they look fantastic. All the skis on there, little eating areas. Of course, you got the bar there as well, selling all of your alcoholic beverages. And yeah, here's a big change here. The stage has been moved to this location. Here we are, the Oktoberfest stage, all the bunting around, the music. 2 shows playing for Oktoberfest. You've got the Oompa Band and you've got the family show here as well. Yeah, the stage used to actually be in this location. So that's quite interesting actually, because the stage will be there during Fright Nights as well. And during Fright Nights, this is where Lucifer's Lair takes place. This is where you had the throne here and all kind of the scare actors were sat around it. So yeah, I wonder if that's going to be put over in this location for this year, underneath Nemesis Inferno. That kind of suggests that Death's Doors won't be coming back if that's the case. Maybe they'll use all of this area as Lucifer's Lair this year. I'm not too sure. I'll have to wait and see on that one. 45-minute wait time for Ghost Train. And yeah, we'll put in some highlights coming up of the family show, which is due to start in about 5 minutes. And yeah, I absolutely love these boards here. Look at the theming on here. It's gone for more kind of a Christmassy look than Oktoberfest, but I do like it. All the skis here. This just shows you all the times. Oktoberfest show times and entertainment. You've got the Danger Goat Oompa Band there, the October Family Fest show, and you do have Meet the Skiers. 30-minute roaming cast and the roaming entertainers as well. At the times list is here, so take a note. And then you know when to head to the stage when you come and visit. Worth noting that the times do differ depending on whether the park's open 10 till 5 or 10 till 6. Hey, here he is. Oh, look at him. Wow. Look at the old truck there, look at that. Hey, there you go. Great to see the roaming street theatre. Look at this. Back in full effect.
I think we should get our lovely little guests down there to show us the appropriate attire for Oktoberfest with a costume parade. Yeah, what do you think? What do you think? Okay, Arno has the floppy ears. I love it. Wow. Okay. If you think Sketch Rick should wear the bobble hat, cheer now, please. Not much from you. Okay, we try the other side. Animal hats, cheer now. Oh, what a winner! What a winner! Xinglot knock someone out with those on the slope. Seriously, right? If you see, oh, really look great. So great. I love it. Oh, rings the bell. Okay. 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 Oh, please, I love it. I love it. I also do weddings. Okay. Don't worry about me. I love this one. So nice. Hey.
Und rufen hey, und rufen hey. Ja, so geht die Oktoberfest.
All of them breaking it down, so good.
Ja, so geht Oktoberfest. Ja,
Front line, off they go, back line. They get it, so good.
ja, so geht Oktoberfest.
Some highlights there then of the Oktoberfest family show on the stage here at Thorpe Park, and I thought that was a great show. 15 minutes, lots of audience participation, which is always the way with these Oktoberfest events, getting everyone dancing and really kind of joining in. Yeah, it was a little bit of a strange one actually. There was a couple of original Oktoberfest tracks in there, but there was also a couple of kind of the more recent dance tunes as well, which was a little bit new. I'm not quite sure if I like that. I prefer kind of when it stays original. That's always quite nice. But yeah, in terms of the show though, hey, there she is. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, really good show.
About me on set.
I am, yeah. I'm saying good things though. I'm saying good things.
What are you saying? Say it to me, not about me.
I was just saying how great the show was, how great your dancing was, you know, the audience participation.
I try my best, I'll say. You know, I try my best.
Yeah, there you go.
Having a good day at Octoberfest.
Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, love it. Yourself?
Yeah, every day.
I still need some sausage though, some Spartans, some bratwurst. I do.
They're literally over there. I can smell them.
It smells lovely.
Yeah, it
divine.
Smells delicious. And curly fries over there, guys. Curly fries, they smell so good.
Absolutely brilliant.
I leave you now because I got to play the drum for
you part of the next show?
Yeah, obviously.
Well, there you go. The drum there and everything.
Yeah, exactly.
There you are. All right, well, have a good show. So the staff here are absolutely fantastic. It's a really good vibe, a really good solid show. Enjoyed every second of it. Coming up next, as you just heard, there's the Umpa Band here as well. That's coming up in about 5 minutes. So head over and put some highlights of that coming up as well. there then of the Oompa Band here on the main stage at Thorpe Park. About a 30-minute show, and you know what? I always do like a little bit of that Oompa music. Really, really solid. And I'll tell you what, some of the song choices there are actually really quite difficult, so they've done really well there. Obviously, guy on the trombone, the trumpet, the tuba, and the drummer all really was absolutely fantastic. Yeah, like I say, about a half an hour show. There's some tunes in there from the Pet Shop Boys, Rihanna, amongst others, and it's a really good show to just get some bratwurst, some curly fries, take a bit of seating right in front of the stage and enjoy the show. Speaking of food, I'm getting hungry. It's time for some bratwurst. Let's go and get some. And now the show's over. Look what we've got here. We've got the guys on the skis. There we go. Look at that. All their little segways. Hey. There he goes. Oh, look at that. Fantastic. Yeah, that's what's all kind of themed around here is Oktoberfest, and obviously the slopes. There she is. Hey, fantastic. Oh, I want to ride on that myself. And right outside Tidal Wave then, you've got this awesome eatery here for Oktoberfest, the Grill Tower. Yeah, look at that. Theming on there is great with all the lights, little soldiers in there. Oh, it looks great. Yeah, this is where you get your bratwurst, your Krakow, your chili beef, and your beers. There you go, £9 for the sausage. And then you've got £3.50 for half a pint and £7 for a pint, 4% beer. Yeah, I love this setup. Looks really, really nice. Yeah, really well themed, and this is where I'm going to get my lunch from for the day. And here we go then, I've got myself a bratwurst, no onions or anything on there, just completely dry, and a nice pint of beer. And this came to £16, so yeah, quite expensive. And I've got a wasp trying to demolish it as well, so get rid of him. But yeah, it looks really tasty, and yeah, I'm absolutely starving, so this should go down really well. Oh, and I'll tell you what, that bratwurst was absolutely gorgeous. One of the best bratwursts I've had in a long, long time. That really was delicious. Make my way over to Tidal Wave now then, just a 5-minute wait for this. Oh, there she goes. Great photo opportunity this. Swarm and Stealth in the background there as well. And Tidal Wave, of course. And the area of Amity is absolutely fantastic, isn't it? All the theming around, it really does look great. And of course, the grill tower there as well, the best bratwurst at the park. Absolutely gorgeous. I really am stuffed now. And now I'm going to make my way into this direction now. We're going to head on over to Big Easy Boulevard and see if we got any changes for Fright Nights over there. But before we head over to Big Easy, I thought I'd pop into the Mega Store and check out the Oktoberfest merch for this season. There we are. Got your lederhosen. I like this. Lager than life. The big beer on there. I love these mugs as well. I think these are great. Fantastic. You got a big stick of rock there for Oktoberfest. Your blue and white. That's nice. And your Oktoberfest bear as well. There he is. Hey. And yeah, you got the prices there. £2 for the rock and the hat. £6 for a fridge magnet, £6 for the rubber magnet, £12 for the hoodie bear. There we are, and you got some socks down here as well. And here are the magnets. Got the nice little rubber magnets here. I quite like that actually, that's pretty cool. And there's your hat there. £6 for that. It feels like it probably won't last too long, but yeah, it's a nice little touch. And then they've got these mugs here as well. Well, they're not really mugs, are they? More of a stein. Look at that. Absolutely huge. Take up a lot of space on the shelf, that. And yeah, on the front of that hoodie, you just got the Oktoberfest logo there, not embroidered. But there he is. And it's £40 for the Lager Than Life hoodie. And they also do it in this t-shirt form here. Same logo on the back. Again, not quite sure how much the t-shirt is. I had to take the hoodie to a staff member at the till there to find out what the price was. Even he wasn't sure. I do wish Thorpe Park would get on top of that though. Just put some prices on your merchandise to help out your customers. And we also have the pin badges here as well. Yeah, we got the Oktoberfest logo here, the pretzel and the beer on there. We've also got this pretty cool bottle opener as well. That's quite nice. And there you go, the charm pin badge is £6. And just a quick look there then at the Oktoberfest merchandise for this year. Look at the signage for Tidal Wave. I absolutely love it. I think it's brilliant. 15 minutes now for that. as we head on over into Big Easy Boulevard, a new area for this season here at Thorpe Park, replacing Angry Birds Land. And yeah, they've done a great job here. All the buildings repainted. It all looks really, really nice. Lots of retheming took place here. Got the Big Easy bumpers just in front of us. And yeah, here we go. In terms of obviously Oktoberfest being reduced, they did have a little stage here last year. And yeah, that's not gone back into place this year, which is a shame. Just got a bit of an empty area here. And that does bring into question, obviously, you know, what Merlin basically said was that they wanted to reduce their number of events to improve on quality, so that there was more kind of quality over quantity. Thorpe Park obviously lost Carnival this year. Alton Towers lost a number of events. Chessington lost a couple of events as well. And I kind of thought that, you know, at least Oktoberfest would have been, you know, the same as last year, but it definitely appears to have been reduced this season. No stage here, and no other theming at all really around the park, apart from in that area right outside Ghost Train. So it certainly does feel like it's been reduced, which is a little bit of a shame. I kind of expected it to be at least on the same scale as it was last year, after seeing the reduction in those earlier events. So yeah, maybe something else is going on behind the scenes. We will be at Alton Towers next weekend. We'll see if that's suffered any kind of reduction as well. So obviously Alton Towers lost the Festival of Thrills and Mardi Gras this year. Detonator there on a 45-minute wait. It has been a busy day at the park today, and obviously with the operations, with the downtime, and a couple of closed rides, it has been, yeah, the ride queue times has been pretty savage today, actually. Sunset Cinema here, still showing Ready Player One. 4D cinema, yeah, not my favorite. I have heard, though, there is rumors that there's going to be some kind of short film specifically for Fright Nights this year in here. So that'll be interesting to see if that actually happens. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that one. Give the Sunset Cinema a little bit of a shake-up. Yeah, that'll be good to see. At the moment, though, still playing Ready Player One. Next show, 5 p.m. And I made my way back round to Nemesis Inferno then to get a second ride on here of the day, still on 45 minutes. Yeah, like I say, it has been a busy day at the park today. Here she comes. Also worth noting as well that this is another ride that will be undergoing a brief closure from the 30th of September through until the 3rd of October. Yeah, 45 minutes. I think I'll give this a miss. I've got my ride in it today already. So we'll head on over now to Swarm Island. A little bit of footage there then of Big Easy bumpers at Big Easy Boulevard. Just had another ride on Stealth as well. Just waited half an hour for that, which is not too bad at all. Also worth noting that Stealth is also going to be closed just for the one day on the 18th of September. So again, bear that in mind if you are coming down to the park during that time. Detonator now, though, after that ride on Stealth, is down to just 10 minutes. Can't pass up a ride on this awesome drop tower, so let's get on. And it's also worth noting that The Walking Dead, the ride, has been down for the majority of today as well. I gotta say, ride availability at the park today has really been quite poor. And that's really one of the reasons why the queue times has been so savage on the rides that are open today. It's not necessarily a particularly busy day in terms of crowd levels. But yeah, there's just been a lot of downtime throughout the park today, especially this morning. It was, yeah, particularly bad. The worst I've seen it actually in quite some time here at Thorpe Park. I'm not quite sure what's happened. We've got rides opening a lot later, like Vortex, Rumber Rapids, and then we've just had so much downtime across the rides. I think Hyperia has been okay for today. But yeah, on the whole, it's really not been great. Although the operations on the rides that have been open has been really good. Even Storm Surge here currently has a 50-minute wait time. And that's a water ride, which is, yeah, pretty crazy, really. Although having said that, it looks like that might be having a little bit of trouble at the moment as well. It's like the rafts are stuck on the lift hill here. You know, I mean, obviously this vlog has obviously sort of kind of all been about Oktoberfest, really. I do like to cover the events, but whilst I'm here, you know, I do like to have a quick look around the park and just kind of report on, you know, any kind of updates that are around, ride availability, that kind of thing. And yeah, it looks as though storm surge is currently down here as well. Yeah, really not the best at the park today. Let's head on over and see what it's like at Swarm Island. And whilst on my way down to Swarm Island, then of course I've got to mention the Flying Fish, the park's very first roller coaster. Used to be known as Space Station Zero when it was enclosed, and then of course became the Flying Fish a little bit later on. Opened back in 1983. Currently has a 20-minute queue time. Great little Macrise family powered coaster this. Always worth getting on if you can. And here we are then, the last hour of the day over on Swarm Island, and the theming here is simply exquisite. Of course, home to the Swarm, the park's wing coaster, manufactured by B&M, opened here in 2012. Oh, it's that zero G roll, one of 4 inversions, top speeds of 59 miles an hour. And the theming in this area is just absolutely outstanding. Look at this. All the plane parts around, the huge billboard, the fire trucks, the helicopter. Oh, it's just great. Such a vibe and atmosphere around here. Absolutely love it. I've not checked the app to see what the queue time is for this, but look at that. It looks pretty busy. Wow. Yeah, I do miss the effects on the Swarm though across the layout. I do wish they would bring those back. Maybe one day they will. Don't lose your head. There we are. All right, it's currently a 50-minute wait for the park's B&M wing coaster, one of 2 in the UK. Oh, that incline loop. Absolutely fantastic. Well, 50 minutes is quite a long time, to be honest. And yeah, I don't think I'm going to get myself a ride on here today. I'm going to head back over to Fearless Valley and see if I can get myself another ride on Hyperia. If the Swarm had been kind of half an hour or less, I may have waited for it. But yeah, as you can see, it is looking pretty busy. That's a good 50 minutes. So yeah, I thought I'd just cover it though. Give you an idea on the queue time. We'll take a quick look at survival games as well before we head back on over to Fearless Valley. Won't be able to see much because of course it is an area that is all blocked off, but it is going to be coming back this year for Fright Nights for its 3rd year. Look at the size of these chilies. Oh wow, they're great. Yeah, so let's go and see if we can see any changes around the entrance to survival games. Here we go then as Swarm goes up the lift hill. Right underneath that, just to the left as you're coming up on the ride itself, is of course where you'll find survival games. Signage still in place here, but yeah, unfortunately all fenced off, so you really can't get any closer to the maze itself than this. So yeah, we're not really going to see much in the way of changes for this. I'm not expecting this maze to have had any changes this year, and as much as I would say that Stitches is my favourite scare maze at Fright Nights, Survival Games is by far the most intense. Lots of pulling and pushing, lots of in your face and shouting. So yeah, if you don't like that kind of stuff, then Survival Games certainly won't be for you. It's good to see it back this year. I would say though that if there aren't any changes for this year, I would like to see some updates made for its 4th year if it comes back for 2025. Certainly sort of around the end where it just kind of gets a little bit repetitive. We'll see what it's like this year though. Really looking forward to experiencing it again and yeah, being shouted at and pulled into a cage. And as we make our way back down to Fearless Valley then, worth noting that Colossus is now down to just a 30-minute wait with just under an hour left of park time to go. Oh, the power of 10, opened back in 2002, manufactured by Intamin. And it is a great ride, if a little bit of a headbanger due to those over-the-shoulder restraints. Would be great to see Colossus with a lap bar, much like Sick at Flamingo Land. Hyperia going up the lift hill, Colossus just about to go into that quad heartline roll. And Samurai right in front of us. That's now down to 10 minutes. I'm tempted, but no, Hyperia is calling my name. Let's try again to get that magic front row. Again, I haven't had a look at the app, so not quite sure what the queue times are going to be for Hyperia currently. I'm hoping it's not in triple figures. I will join the single rider line, of course. Oh, the soundtrack to Colossus. It's immense. And that signage. Oh, still looking pretty busy down here. What is it on? Any guesses? Oh, it does really look great around here though, absolutely fantastic. I just hope that they replace the stage with something soon. It is still on 110 minutes. Wow. Hey, it's been a busy day at the park today. Well, like I say, it's felt busy, but I'm not sure if that's to do with crowd levels or just the poor ride availability today. But Hyperia, 110 minutes. Time to join the single rider queue. Let's see how long we wait. And the operations here for Hyperia really are unparalleled at the park, and today has been no exception. Really, really fantastic. Had 2 rides on Hyperia today. First row in row 3, second row, row 5. So still no magical row. However, it's great sitting wherever you sit on this ride. It's absolutely fantastic. With that awesome second ride on Hyperia, then this is where we wrap up the vlog for today at Thorpe Park, and what a fantastic second ride it was. I will say though, that did trim quite heavily on that splashdown area, a lot more than the first ride did. So yeah, not quite sure why that was, whether we were just, you know, going really fast there, I'm not too sure. But yeah, there was quite a heavy trim on that splashdown, which again isn't working, unfortunately. But yeah, in terms of the day today as a whole at the park, it's actually been pretty good. Oktoberfest has been really enjoyable. I do feel like the event has been kind of reduced a little bit though. Like I say, I will reiterate that. There's not so many stages, not quite so much theming around or the entertainers either. It all seems to be kind of quite focused around that area near Ghost Train, which is a little bit of a shame. Like I say, I would have liked to have seen the event to have been at least as big as it was last year, especially considering the cutbacks to the events that they've had here at Thorpe Park. However, the event itself was absolutely fantastic. It really was. 2 great shows, the Oompa Band on there, the family show really was great, and obviously all the entertainers there, the staff here at Thorpe Park, all get really, really involved. They've just got great attitudes, great vibes about them. They're really funny. They always like to have a laugh. And yeah, it's just a really, really great atmosphere. And the theming that was there obviously was really good as well, with all the slopes, you know, the skis, the skiers themselves going around on the little segways there. That was fantastic. You know, the little cable cars were back, and the food was was fantastic as well. Like I say, that was absolutely the best bratwurst I've had in a long, long time. Really, really tasty. So yeah, on the whole, the event was great and I really did enjoy it. Great to see the Fright Nights updates as well coming along quite nicely. Obviously, we're not going to be able to see too much of most of the mazes here, as you can obviously hear, which is where Crows will be at some point. Nothing going on in Amity Speedway either. The only thing we could really see, obviously, is Stitches back in place where it was last year. Great to see that back. Really looking forward to getting back in there. It's going to be fantastic. Fright Nights is always great here at Thorpe Park, so really, really cannot wait to get back in those mazes in just a few weeks' time. What's not been so good today, though, has been the operations. Ride availability has been very poor today. First thing in the morning, a lot of rides were down. We've also had rides that have been opening later, according to the app. Things like Vortex, Rumber Rapids didn't even open until kind of midway through the afternoon. I'm not quite sure why the park's doing that lately, but it's not very good. I like to see on a weekend, especially when you've got one of your main events in play, like to see all the rides up and in action at 10 o'clock when the park opens. Vortex did eventually open later on, but then throughout the day we've seen quite heavy downtime across the rides. Saw the Ride has been closed all day today. That was notified via the app. However, the Walking Dead went down. We've had downtime on Rush, on Zodiac, on Vortex. We've had downtime on Storm Surge. Walking Dead went down at about 3 o'clock and didn't open up again for the rest of the day. Tidal Wave went down for a little bit earlier. Colossus has been down today. And I don't think it's really been a particularly busy day in terms of crowd levels here at the park. It's just been those ride closures have just pushed people to the bigger coasters, and so those queue times have been pretty catastrophic today. Hyperia maxed out at about 130 minutes. Colossus had a 90-minute queue earlier today. So yeah, we haven't really done very many rides today. Only 2 rides on Hyperia, which is quite low for me really. But oh, here we are right outside of Stitches. Cannot wait to be back in there. We will be back here obviously at Thorpe Park for Fright Nights. In terms of the next vlog coming up though, right here on Adventure Planet, well, we're going to be back at the Alton Towers Resort, seeing how they do Oktoberfest with all of their entertainment out on the lawns right in front of the towers. We'll be checking out obviously all the food, the drink, the theming, pretty much exactly what we've done here at Thorpe Park today. We'll see how Alton Towers does it and see if that has kind of a more reduced feel to it as well. Really looking forward to that. That's coming up next right here on the channel. But here from Thorpe Park, I want to thank you so much for watching, and as always, happy riding everybody, and I shall see you at Alton Towers.